Today is Sunday, November 10th. And the big thing for this week was rain. Rain, rain, rain. As dry as it was in August and September, as wet as it's been since it started raining. That combined with me having to work basically from dark in the morning to dark at night, put a hamper on getting things done. But as always, I'm going to try to walk you through what we got accomplished this week. So I want to preface this by saying the time change is extremely hard on me under the best of circumstances. But with the current work schedule of starting in the dark and coming home basically at sunset is really, really difficult for me to deal with. I've always had problems in the fall, even since I was a little kid. My mom always told me I had SAD. But it really is, once I get into the winter season, I'm okay. But right now, as it transitions to the much shorter days and the very short amount of sunlight I actually get to see, that's hard for me to stay motivated and positive. But I'm doing the best I can. My kids are trying to help me with that by cheering me up when I get home from work. But we are trying to get some things done at night when I get home from work. But it's extremely hard to actually be able to capture that. Project number one that we were able to accomplish this week is I was able to get these cast iron pans that I talked about a few weeks ago redone. I was allowed to use some equipment at work to sandblast them. I got them all cleaned up, and then I got them re-seasoned with some lard that I had rendered earlier this spring when we butchered pigs. And now we have two new to us, beautiful cast iron pans that are re-seasoned and ready to go. And so of course we had to test them out right away, and they fried up eggs beautifully, and the eggs slipped right out of the pan. So I know this is hard to see, but we're doing everything in the dark. We did expand the little piggy's pen here. And then we added in this big IBC tote for them. And so they have a nice little straw hut here. Hi guys. I know you think I brought treats. I'm sorry. You already ate your supper. Ruby and Opal are still doing really good. But now they have a nice bigger hut to go into. Hi guys. Accomplishment number 3 was we got some wood hauled. Had to get wood off the wood pile in the rain so we could bring some more dry or wood to dry for my daughter to burn. That isn't the normal pile we get it from, but it's wet, and where we normally get it from is very muddy, but filled up the picket pretty good. Now we gotta go deliver it. Task number 4 was we finally were able to light up the brush pile. Hi, Orange Kitty. Ugh. I know it's hard to see, but Orange Kitty's keeping me company. Finally, we have a night that's calm enough when we don't have the burn ban on that we can finally light up our giant brush pile. It's going to be a long night watching it go. Hi, buddy. Hi, Skippy. Hi, kitties. Almost gone. Just watching the end burn down. And this is the morning after. Pretty much have the whole brush pile burned down. I mean, we're going to have to rake it back up, but I'm happy we got it done because it was raining by morning. So at least this part is done now. And just in time to make another brush pile. The next one I think we're going to do a little bit back further away from the driveway. So it's not an issue if we can't get it burned down before winter. But we have a lot of these sumacs that were kind of around the well that we had pulled out. And I need to get those cleaned up. The ducks never seem to mind the rain. They do have a nice area to go in inside, but they prefer to be out here. Bella doesn't seem to mind the rain, do you, girl? Hi, you want hugs? And here is Grumpy Selena's litter on November 10th. They are looking really nice. They're starting to come outside of this little, it's hand built here, so I have a little wooden side and then I have an open side. And they're starting to come out on the open side now when I feed Mom. So they're looking pretty good. Right now they're all just hiding and wanting to just hang out behind Mom. Hi, little ones. Oh, hi, hi. Aren't you cute? And I just put new hay in here, so this is hard to see, but here's Betty's litter. We only got 2 inside the house here. There we go. There's 2 of them. And here's the other 3. There's Mama. They're looking really good. Just getting even fluffier than last week. Good job, Mama. We also have Harlequins. So these are my son's. This one is one he showed at a fair this last year, and she got reserve champion for her class. So this is the first time breeding her. And unfortunately, these guys got too much white. So, although super cute, this one is the only one that has some potential of being the show ring. But the other 3 do not. So they will not make the cut. That's a risk with color breeds. But otherwise, Mama did a good job. And I know some people breed their rabbits a lot more closer than I do. I usually only get a few breedings a year off each of my rabbits. So these guys definitely could have been weaned already. But I will leave him in with Mom probably a few more weeks yet. And then as soon as they're away from Mom, I'll give her a couple more weeks and then she'll be rebred again. So they're not pushed for production as much as they could be. Hi! And this is another one of our New Zealands. This is my son Daniel's, and that's his doe from fair last year. And now they ran away. She just had a single for her first litter, but that is growing really, really well. I haven't checked if it's a boy or a girl yet. But hi. The one little baby she does have is filling out very, very nicely. Hi. Come here, Adora. So, not all of our cats are fixed. That's why we have kittens. But some of them are fixed. And we go through a lower cost spay-neuter farm cat program at a local vet. So Skippy is neutered. And they assume that if you have a boy neutered, you can tell. But on the girls, what they do is they clip their ear here when they're out for their spay. And it's not super obvious, but this way, if this were a feral cat, they could tell really quickly that this one had been fixed. So we have a few neutered, a few spayed. Every year we do a couple more. Hi! Aren't you a pretty girl? And this is, she's spayed too. She's got a little, oh. They clipped her on the other side, but you can see she's got a clipped ear. Hi. Hi. Her name is Itsy Bitsy. because she doesn't grow at all. At all. She doesn't grow. She looks like a kitten. Oh yes, hi pretty girl. So I've talked a bit about a tricolor line. That's New Zealand size that I've been working on. And here's one of the does from that project. So she's smaller than Grumpy Selena, but she's definitely got a little bit of weight on her. And we are working on continuing breeding them up to New Zealand's and then trying to maintain the color. So I have this one and her sister that are so far the keepers of this project that we've been working on. Hi, I know you don't like the dogs here, do you? For those of you that saw my post or listened to the weekly update a few weeks ago of my uncle's passing, we were able to have his memorial service this Saturday. His remains were flown back up to Minnesota from Florida, and I was really impressed with how many people were able to attend his memorial service, just from the community. I mean, family comes, but there were so many friends and community members that came to honor his life, because even though he's lived in Florida now about 15 years, he was a huge part of the community for many decades prior to that. And it was just really nice to see so many people come to honor him. Thanks for watching another episode of Templin Acres Adventures Weekly Recap. As always, I'm so happy to have you here with us. Between this week and next week, we're going to try to figure out a way to either get better lighting to video in the dark, or move our videos to more inside things that we're working on. But that's still a work in progress. Until next week, God bless.